real fast and roll them back. Be sure you're going at an angle here, because if you don't, you're gonna pin yourself, and that's not fun. So you're just going at the corner. You don't want to get pinned here. He's got his shoulder up. You just make him pin himself. You just pull a little bit. He'll give up, probably.
A guy with a little bit of experience on you. When you start to pull, he knows exactly what you're doing. He's gonna let you pull until you pull straight on top of yourself. He's gonna use that momentum against you.
There's a different way you can do banana split. Like, I don't know, Aaron taught it to me. He's like the more fancier way, but I mean it's more of a risk. If he's not giving you the leg, you good, yeah. Flip over.
One more time. One more time. Your shoulder roller, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just rolling over and saying back.
Although to me, I like it because more momentum. Like, because most of the time I've tried like this, I've never got it like this. So, I mean, I've never even really got it. So, if he's not letting me have it,
shoulder rolling back into his body. Remember his hands sucking in underneath the body. There's two ways to do the banana split. Let Divine show the crucifix. Divine pinned a guy who was a state qualifier against Effingham with this move. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
shoot. I almost got the word
Pretty
down.
good stuff. Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Okay, you want me to shoot on you and then from there, or just
No,
from the top?
I do. I mean, I guess you do it anywhere that you can control this leg. The biggest thing for me is my hip control, my leg control. I control the guy's arm. So the way it was shown to me was you like this nice juicy leg here, this nice leg, and you bait him with that leg. But I don't like that because then I gotta wait for Dustin to grab my leg. What if he doesn't want my leg? So I use my leg and I come and get this. And the second thing with the leg is when he grabs the leg and pulls it, you tend to be off balance here. And you're floundering here, and now you're on your hip and you're trying to catch this top part. Here, I'm ahead of the game because I'm still on top of him. And I can let it go if I need to, which I usually don't need to. But I get this arm, and I'm controlling my legs. I have my hip, my knees on the ground. I have his arm out. I'm like pinching his elbow back here. My other hand, this is going to do the power half. So Blanton showed it with the elbow on the head. I do it half, and then I put my hand on top of my hand that's doing the half. And then I'm shoving his head straight to the wall behind him, straight between his knees and getting him over. From here, I'm gonna chest out whenever he starts to go over and roll out. And then an extra added thing, if I can't get his knees down, I'll walk my hips over and I'll grab his hand that's on the bottom. And then I can start to use my hip to pin that shoulder down. So I'll move my hip to bring his hand around. I can pin his hand down. And then my other hand's on the back of his head, keeping his head elevated. And my elbow's pinning his other shoulder down. And then I got my hip on this shoulder. So I got his shoulders pinned down. And his head's up.
I promise that does not feel good at all.
So, and like Dustin said, you could do it when the guy goes in to shoot on you. You just fall back and continue to trap that arm. Anytime that you can get that arm back, and then you're sprawling on his shoulder, and then start throwing in that power half, and then like I said, chest out, belly down. I'm using my hips to control that bottom arm. Walk with that arm and pin that over here. That'll elevate his hips and pin his shoulders. That's kind of how I do it. Like I said, so like the shot, the guy's already shooting, so he's already grabbing your leg. But from the referees, Dustin showed it to me, and he said, yeah, just dangle that leg. But I didn't like this because, like I said, now you're here, and you're trying to catch it. And then I feel like here, I'm facing him too much, and my chest is out, and that gives him more room to turn. I like doing it how I do it, with my chest staying on him, and then I'm up on top of him, throw that power half in, and then I go belly out. Keep that head control back there. Lock that up, and then I walk and pin that arm.
Keep as much pressure as possible, guys. He's only like glue. There's no space at all.
But I also have good hip leg awareness, so it's a lot of hip movement, close calls where a guy's pulling out. I'm hipping and leg, so it's just that leg awareness that helps me a lot.